Hi, my name is David Aldridge. I'm the author of The Elements of Rhythm, Volumes 1 and 2. You may have seen my books on the internet, probably seen them on my blog, David Aldridge's Drumming Blog. Or this may be the first time you've seen them. The Elements of Rhythm are what I like to call a rhythm pattern theory resource. They contain the fundamental rhythm patterns that make up everything you'll ever play, everything you'll compose and construct. If you master the patterns, you'll have mastered the basics and improve your resource of rhythms considerably. Volume 1 is pretty large, and it's not something that you try and sight read, but it is something that you can use as a specific resource to go to study. For example, let's say you want to learn more about polyrhythms. You wanted to master playing the 32 note patterns that you'll find with 5-note groupings. There's 32 basic possibilities. And this is what a quintuplet sounds like. If you wanted to master those patterns, just open up the books, look at section 5, get them under your belt, and then learn how to read them in various versions of time signatures in 5/4, 5/8, 5/16, 5/32, and we cover that extensively in Volume 2. If you wanted to master the 256 big band jazz patterns or Latin patterns like I was playing at the beginning of the clip, you would open up to section 8. And it basically consists of measures of 4/4 that have been divided into 8 parts, and there are 256 sound-silence combination possibilities. Again, you're not going to try and sight read everything, but what you could do is you could pick maybe a handful of patterns and really master them, really discover the contours, what I call the absolute sound shape. Because we can rewrite notation, we can rewrite patterns using a wide variety of notation. When you strip it away, ultimately you come down to, you got a basic shape, a rhythmic shape. That's what the books present, and a very systematic, logical way to explore that, which we'll be covering in additional videos. In this short version, what I wanted to try and share with you is the value of the books. We as drummers, primarily, haven't had what you would call rhythm pattern theory available to us. And what I call binary rhythm pattern theory just means I use zeros and ones to systematically arrive at the list of basic patterns, then I rewrite them using conventional notation. We're not trying to replace notation with zeros and ones. What the books really give you is a place to go to find what's possible. If you look at a piano keyboard, you can see where the notes are that you'll use for the different scales and the modes. If you look at a guitar fretboard, you can see where all the notes are that you will play. But we really haven't had that for rhythm. So the reason you don't really need to sight read the patterns is because you need to focus more on knowing what's possible, getting the shape of the pattern under your belt, learning to sing it, think in terms of it, and then be able to express yourself with it. Two concepts that we introduce in the books that make them extremely valuable are the idea of being able to hear sounds in your head. It's referred to as audiation. You've heard the expression, if you can sing it, you can play it. Well, if you can hear it, you can sing it. If you sing it, you can play it. Another concept is called readiness potential. It's probably the most important practice application of the entire books. The idea is that when you think about doing something, your brain sends the preliminary ready-set signals throughout your neural pathways. Like if you're going to reach for a glass of water or go to hit a cymbal, your brain has already calculated the solution necessarily to do it. Now it's just waiting for you to say go. Well, it follows that if you have a list of all the fundamental patterns that everything comes from, and if you can hear them in your head, and by hearing them you're in a sense thinking about them, which is sending the signals to play them, you can prime your neural pathways and have a practice resource and an approach unlike anything else out there. So thanks for taking a look at the videos, and you can go to my website, theelementsofrhythm.com, check the books out, and remember, everything you'll ever play comes from here.